Hello, all my wonderful Swifties out there. Yesterday, we got a bombshell of news regarding Taylor Swift's new album, and in this video, we're going to talk all about that. But of course, before we get started, I'll be keeping you up to date with everything Taylor Swift related as we move into this new era. So if you'd like to stay informed, definitely hit that subscribe button. Alright, so now let's get into the details. Last night at the VMAs, when Taylor was accepting the award for Best Long-Form Video, she gave an acceptance speech, and in it, she mentioned the new album. Near the end of her speech, she said, "I had sort of made up my mind that if you were going to be this generous and give us this, I thought it might be a fun moment to tell you that my brand new album comes out October 21st, and I will tell you more at midnight." So then later on at midnight, she did exactly that and posted a picture on Instagram of what looks to be the album cover. And on it, it displays the title of the album, Midnights, and then it also says Side A, 6 tracks, and then Side B has 7 tracks. So altogether, that's 13 tracks, and it doesn't give the exact name for the songs yet. It just says track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. But for that one person who might be out there asking it, I just wanted to clarify that these are not the song names. Now on that same post, if you swipe to the side and see that second picture, it gives a little bit more detail. It reads, "We lie awake in love and in fear, in turmoil and in tears. We stare at the walls and drink until they speak back. We twist in our self-made cages and pray that we aren't, right at this moment, about to make some fateful, life-altering mistake. This is a collection of music written in the middle of the night, a journey through terrors and sweet dreams, the floors we pace and the demons we face. For all of us who have tossed and turned and decided to keep the lanterns lit and go searching, hoping that just maybe, when the clock strikes 12, we'll meet ourselves. Midnights, the story of 13 sleepless nights scattered throughout my life, will be out October 21st. Meet me at midnight." So that first part kind of sounds like it could be lyrics to a song. Just the way it's written and with the rhyming, it sounds like it could be part of a song, and it almost sounds like it's introducing the album, so potentially this is lyrics to the first song. And the middle section just gives a little bit more detail about this idea, and it's a very beautiful idea. Anyone who's ever written music or is a creative knows that nighttime is just a great time to write. It's a great time to be creative, so as a musician myself, as a songwriter, I just really appreciated that. And then in that last section, the thing that really stood out to me is that she mentions that these are stories that are scattered throughout her life. And I just think that's really cool and really interesting that she still has stories from her past to tell. Now just onto a few more details. This is her 10th studio album, and she said it's going to be released on October 21st. Now that's likely to be released at midnight Eastern time on October 21st, but I'm sure more details about that are going to come closer to the date. I also wanted to mention that there are 13 songs on this album, which of course that number is very relevant to Taylor Swift. And also with this album coming out on October 21st, 10, 21, if you add that 10, 2, and 1, that equals 13. So I just really appreciated those fine details and thought it was very thoughtful. Now it also looks like this theme of midnight will be very prevalent in the branding for this album. I mean, even in that acceptance speech at the very end, she said, "I'll tell you more at midnight." She's very intentional about that. Now, obviously, the title of the album is called Midnights. She said, "Meet me at midnight" at the end of that description on that second page on Instagram. And I mean, there's always a chance that there's a song on the album called Midnights. I'm pretty sure a majority of her albums have had a title track in it, but not everyone has, so we'll just have to wait and see. Now, as far as when or even if we're going to get a single beforehand, I'd say that it's very likely that we will get one. And of course, there's always the possibility of having more than one single before the album is released, but nothing has been announced yet, so we'll just have to wait with that one too. Now, the last thing that I wanted to mention is that you can pre-order the album now. Now, I'll be sure to include a link to that in the description below, but right now you can get a vinyl, CD, cassette, or download that digitally. And also note that if you get the vinyl or the CD, that also comes with photography and a little booklet. So just be sure if you are interested in that, definitely click on that link as soon as possible. And that, my friends, is everything we know so far, but don't be surprised if, just randomly she drops a single like tomorrow. As we know with Taylor Swift, she likes to be very spontaneous about certain things, and I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. And of course, I'll be keeping you informed about everything related to this album, so don't forget to subscribe for the most current updates. And of course, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any thoughts on anything I said in this video, definitely leave a comment below. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Ba-ba-da.